Yeah.
I thought that this was a thing that you had gained control over
I
well
still don't
before
have
that
control
video.
over it. I don't have control over it now.
Really?
No,
We can end the podcast. Let's.
sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't work. Sometimes it's 2 notes, sometimes it's 4 notes. Get into it. Use your air. Just use the air. Just more air. More air. Concentrate. Focus. Focus.
You know what?
What's up, y'all? I'm super excited about today's video. I started watching this Robert Glasper, Lalah Hathaway talk about the phenomenon of her being able to sing polyphonically. Multiple notes at one time. Let's get right into it.
Accidental genius. Tell me what happened now. Something went wrong and then it went right, and we want to know what it is.
After you finished,
what it is,
what it was about.
what it was.
Wait.
So tell us.
What it is, what it was about. But can we acknowledge the fact, I paused it because I want to talk about this real fast, and I'm gonna get right back into it. Probably won't pause as much, but I love the fact that like Lalah really pulled in and tapped into her inner Aretha on that part.
Tell me what happened now. Something went wrong and then it went right, and we want to know what it is.
After you finished,
what it is,
what it was about.
what it was.
Like, love that so much.
What's actually that was the first ever performance
Ever, that's the first one.
of
That was
the
good.
theme song for Accidental Genius. Tell us
Absolutely.
about Accidental Genius.
The premise of this is basically, you know, when us as artists and musicians, we do things and they start off kind of wrong and not how we planned. But then somehow it ends up right.
Yeah.
It ends up working out somehow. It could be a show, it could be an album, it could be a song, a situation, you know what I mean? But we just want to know from Lalah Hathaway, do you have an accidental genius moment?
The biggest one that I can think of is, so I have this thing that I started doing when I was 12 or 13 years old, where I would make like a train sound, and then it started developing into like something else where I could sometimes get a triad, which is 3 notes, or sometimes I could get a 6 chord, like a good, almost fully in tune 6 chord, right?
Wow.
And
That's crazy.
I would show it to people and say, hey, what do you think about this?
Right.
And they would say, oh, it's cool. What is it, a train? It's like an Amtrak train or whatever.
Right.
And then I would do it. I did it on a John P. Key record as a joke, and he kept it.
Right.
And then our good friend Sput called me and said, hey, you got to come check out my band. We're going to be making a record. We want you to sing on the record. We got one of your songs. We reharmed it. Just come. It's not really paying a whole lot of money, but just, you should come.
Right.
So I went to Roanoke and I tried to sing this thing that I do, and it's not working the first time or the second time, but then the third time it worked.
Right.
And then the 4th time I realized I could change the tones. So that was fully accidental because I didn't know that I could change the embouchure of my mouth and change the tones.
And that's what we saw in that video.
And that's what you saw in that Snarky Puppy
I did
video.
not know that.
Yeah.
I thought that this was a thing that you had gained control over
I
well
still
before
don't have
that
control
video.
over it. I don't have control over it now.
Really?
No,
We can end the podcast. Let's.
sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't work. Sometimes it's 2 notes, sometimes it's 4 notes. Get into it. Use your air. Just use the air. Just more air. More air. Concentrate. Focus. Focus.
You know what?
Smart
I gotta
air.
drink something.
It's the
You
coaching.
sound like Fat Albert trying to breathe.
I sound like a fat ghost. I don't.
Oh my God. Did y'all? Give me a second, y'all. Hold on. Woo. Jesus. Did y'all know she couldn't control it? She still can't control it. And it's like when Mariah talks about her whistles. You don't know. That's crazy. And the first time that she actually did it, she realized that she could change the tones of it. Like, that's insane. That's insane. Like, Layla.
I sound like a fat ghost. I don't. Yeah.
It's weird. I can't control it. I don't know what it is. It's funny to watch people tell me how I'm doing it though.
Yeah.
Because I don't know. But I went to ear, nose, and throat, and they put the camera down there, and I watched it while I did it. And my actual chords, you know how they vibrate like this to make a sound.
Mm-hmm.
When I do that, I somehow will them to not close all the way to make the sound. I don't know how it's happening.
Huh. I saw one lady do it from Africa, but it was only 2 notes.
And then was it on that kind of sound?
I'm trying to think. I remember I was at the Up Over Jazz Cafe in Brooklyn. And this African
You
woman
saw it
got
live?
I saw it live,
Wow.
yeah. She was right there in front of my face.
Yeah.
And she did it, but it was only 2 notes. It wasn't 3 notes.
Uh-huh.
And she did. I was like, what? I think I asked her about it. She's like, yeah, it's from my tribe. So. So it's definitely, I feel like it's some African something.
You know, it
Little
has,
Mongolians do it too.
but that's different. That's
is different than
there's
what you're
Tuvan
doing.
people
Yeah.
doing it. There's all kinds of things that people ascribe to what I'm doing. I don't know what it is, and it has to be ancestral because what else? Because what else could it be?
Absolutely.
But I think I don't
could
even
be
know how to.
alien.
It could be alien.
Yep. I've always thought you were not from here anyway.
That's what people
So
say.
tell us about when you were abducted. How did that?
Oh, the probing.
Tell us the story.
Ooh. Ooh. I don't know.
Because you can
It's
follow the
weird.
changes. Because when you did that last
Sorta.
one, when you went, ooh,
Yeah, I
and then
never,
that's when everybody
and
fell
I
off the
never,
instrument.
it never had happened before. So that was my accidental genius. I didn't. It's out of my control. It doesn't always
Wow.
work.
And I felt like, because that was Corey, right?
Mm-hmm.
It felt like Corey was reharming as y'all were going.
He was.
And that's why that moment was so crazy too, because it was literally, he was in the moment and you were in the moment.
Exactly.
And it was like,
We are linked
y'all was linked.
for eternity because
And I don't know a single singer who hasn't seen that video.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
You have to see it.
Not one.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, there's not one Berkeley musician who hasn't seen that video.
It's a thing.
Like,
Absolutely.
that is a highly like you have to see
I
that
know.
video. If you
It's
play
so
music,
weird,
you have to see
too.
that video.
Absolutely.
So people talk about the thing, right? But there's like 5.5 minutes of information that come before the thing too.
Oh, of course.
So, you know, if I sit in with you, like I'm kind of like a 32 bars and out. I don't really take a whole lot of time.
Mhm.
And in that situation, I don't know why I kept going. I guess I was trying to get to that, but I just didn't know.
Mm-hmm.
So that was definitely accidental because I don't even usually sing that long when
Yeah.
I'm sitting in.
That's crazy for so many different reasons, because the fact that she couldn't control it, and the fact that Corey was playing with her, you know, and if you have seen the video of Something by Snarky Puppy featuring Lalah Hathaway, you are very aware of the thing that they're talking about. The whole interview. But even like that whole part, and then she just does it. Then about to be a little band now. Whoa. It's like Layla. Like ooh, 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 ooh. It's hard. Because you really have to isolate the chords and you have to control the chords in such a way, and that takes so much control. And I don't even know if that's possible. But this was so dope to me. It was so dope for so many reasons. Like, who knew And you can see, like, it makes sense, like, seeing her practice on the record, because she was like, okay, well, let me see. Because that first one, she was like, ooh. And then she was like, okay, well, let me try this. And then she tried like this. But the fact that, like, Corey was reharming with her in the background, reharmonizing, for those that are unaware. You know, and she did it, and it worked. Like, that was so dope. Like how she bent the sound, and then the alignment, the arrangement, everybody went crazy. This is why she's Lalah Hathaway. One of one. The late and great Donny Hathaway. So amazing, so awesome, so dope, so talented. But that's so cool. I thought that was so fun. And I had to share that with y'all if y'all did not know and we're not aware of it. But she can't control it. It's just a phenomenon that takes place. And she don't even know how she's doing it or how she does it from time to time. But that's really, really cool. A gift. A sheer gift. So if you have another video you would like me to react to, comment below. I'll get to it as soon as I can. As I always say, don't get bitter, because life does get better. With Jesus, life gets better.